Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Sooners offense will get the first crack at it here. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
The Sooners get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Split backs here. Using his legs, it's Hicks. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open...
And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
And on this opening drive, the offense trying to be aggressive, attacking deep down the field. But they're going to have to do a better job of taking advantage of those one-on-one matchups, because that time the defense won. We're able to high point the football, creating the interception.
Line gets set, first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. Got a man in the middle. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
This offense has a 2nd down play. They keep attacking through the air, feeling some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. To the air, it's Bailey. He looks that one in nicely. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. He's looking to throw it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. Between the uprights, it's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
You're feeling really good about that, right? Brand new season, first drive of the year. The juices are flowing. You march the ball down the field. You don't get a touchdown, but at least you come away with 3 points. Very positive start to the year.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Offense gets set for second down. Jackson will throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch was called for, but there is a flag on the play, and we'll have to sort it out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Sooners want to move quickly. These two conferences largely share the same geographic footprint, and the ACC loves it when they can take down a team from the SEC.
And we see these two conferences play each other oftentimes early in the season, late in the season. David, think about Clemson, South Carolina, Florida, Florida State. These players have a lot of familiarity with one another.
And this already matters so much to these kids because they grew up in the same area a lot of times, like Reese was talking about with the footprint. But how about in the past, too? When your undefeated league champion gets left out of the playoff for an SEC team, a little more fuel for the fire.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man to the left. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
Got a man. It's Hicks. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Here comes the option. The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Looking for space, it's Hicks. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Into the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Sooners!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-3. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
He'll toss it. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. The 20. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Nevada is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 17 to Tennessee. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. 2nd down coming up. Jackson gonna throw it quickly out to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
He'll do it himself. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Trying to get to him. He's got it. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. Looking to move it through the air. Quick strike complete. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to throw for it. Dumps it off in the flats. There to make the stop, but he is a weapon out of the backfield in the short passing game, and they've got a 1st down. Running back goes in motion. On the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. They're working that left side. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
The give to the back. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Makes a connection. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Out of the gun, the inside give. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Jackson will throw. They're nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Mark it off as a 6-yard gain down to the 6-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Bailey. Getting some heat. And he just throws it away on 3rd down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
They're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Setting up the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that left side now. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
Jackson gonna throw it. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8. It's complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. He's got his man, and he will score! Touchdown, Oklahoma!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Florida.
Going for the big play.
We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake. And the pass hits, picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
This time it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Jackson will throw. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one splits the uprights.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The give on the inside. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Jackson. A quick tackle made, but he's got play for the 1st down. He's going to pass. He's got an open man. Can anyone catch him? And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Working the middle, it's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The aerial assault continues. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. Jackson gonna throw it. Finds his tight end. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's looking to throw it. Complete to the left. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Firing to the right, complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. Got his man. Touchdown Sooners. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be dragged down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, many thanks. Happy to provide a break in the action to kind of pour over exactly what has transpired so far. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll open the second half with a run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. Trying to pick up a first down. To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Jackson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've had great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside, they're going to make plays. Obviously, it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
Finds the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. They want to just keep throwing it. He finds his man. At the 40, there he goes. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
He'll pull it on the read. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Going with the ground game left. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. 2nd and 10 here. Fires to the tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive.
Neutrals on defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. He leaves it with his back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. On second down, will they go back to the ground game? The give to the left side. And it's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Sooners moving quickly to the line.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Sooners line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way. They're making plays. They've got the playmakers to go and win this game, so it's just a matter of executing better, David.
Executing better, understanding I still got the lead, put a drive together here and build on that lead.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, the ground game. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you can see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker, nice pick.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And it's right down the boulevard. And that's going to tie it up.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give from the gun. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? To throw, it's Bailey. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Finds a man on the left. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
It's a really nice throw. It's so impressive watching this Oklahoma passing attack now. You think back to Bob Stoops taking over as head coach in 1999 and bringing with him the air raid offense, a style of passing attack that still wasn't very prevalent in college football at the time, but since then they've always had good quarterback play, guys that could play up tempo, make good decisions. This dude right here, he fits in perfectly with what they're trying to do throwing the ball in Norman, Oklahoma.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Got some room to run. At the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, NC State. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
These guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Nevada is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping.
Catch in the middle, it's McIntyre. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Jackson going to throw it. Makes the grab down the middle. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. And the Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Tackled immediately after the catch. After that last completion, it's second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. They're facing a third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. He's got it again. He maybe gets a yard. They'll mark him at the 29. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down.
Defense.
The defender crossed the line a little bit too early. It's a free 5 yards for the offense. Trying to find his man on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. On the run, fires downfield. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. NC State on the move, set up with another first down. It's complete to the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's the problem when you go empty, right? As a quarterback, you know you might get blitzed, and if you do, you better know where your hot throw is. If you don't, you're getting sacked. That time the linebacker got you.
So now they'll try to mitigate that disaster on 2nd down from the 15. Jackson will throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They're setting up the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Sooners send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It can happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking to throw it again. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. NC State to bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Looking for a crease, it's Hicks. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuck. Might as well stick with him. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Tough call to make here. 3rd and 10 from inside your own 5. You just can't afford a mistake.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Jackson gonna throw it. He lofts one down the sideline. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. 4th quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The offense starts with a short field. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. The Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Pulls and fires complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Jackson will throw. He makes the connection. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. And on that last play, he's now over 400 yards passing.
Well, Reese, if you're going to throw for over 400 bills, you got to spread the praise around. Up front, they've done an outstanding job protecting this quarterback, and his receivers have been winning one-on-one.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. They go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. And he unleashed the RPMs on that pass. Man, this sophomore has an arm.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
Man, let it rip, young fella. I mean, closing in on 450 yards, throwing the ball early and often with a lot of success.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Jackson gonna throw it. He's got it. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Was to pass. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on 1st down in the red zone. He wants to throw it again. He's got it. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give as they work on that clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Gonna run it. It's Smothers. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Jackson will throw. He's got the back in the middle. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
These defensive linemen have kids in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Makes his connection. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Splits the uprights. Good.
Well, they make the kick. They're now within a possession, but they don't have any timeouts left. So you're expecting them to come out here in an onside formation. Now let's see what happens. This is going right down to the wire.
Seconds left on the clock, and their last gasp will come down to getting this onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
I know this is disappointing, but plenty of teams have suffered early losses and come back to have great seasons. I mean, think of 1983 Miami, one of the great teams of all time. Blown out in the opener, won the national championship.
Well, some of us weren't alive. Everybody probably playing this game wasn't alive with that comment. But yeah, great example, Reese. But listen, your season isn't over. Things still down the road for you to look forward to, still improve on, can still have all of your dreams out in front of you. But, you know, 83, Jesse, I know you were playing college football then, but share.
I think I had just learned how to walk. It's funny, guys, you know, just like that 83 team, this team that lost here today, they are also very talented. They just got to take care, fixing up and cleaning up some of these mistakes, but no doubt, lots to play for moving forward. Can't wait to see what happens next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.